Hello and welcome back to the Lakhmids campaign of Total War Attila Let's Play. When we left off, we had recently taken out the rebels up here in this region. And then the downside of that was this region is going to rebel again next turn. Nothing we can do about that. We had these guys coming up over here, but they are also puppet state of the Sassanid Empire. They are unable to attack us because they don't have the ability to initiate war. However, my hunch is they're headed over to Egypt to take out some Roman territories over here, but we will see. So that's how we left off. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Okay, so just as I had predicted, the... okay, well, we will deal with this in a second, but... okay, it's not letting me zoom to the sides here. So, what happened while the turn was happening was exactly as I had predicted. The rebel army, the Judeans, had spawned down in the Attila area, which is down where the gems were being produced or had the potential to be produced. And there's no garrison in that city, so they came in and took it. And then the other army over here, I think it was the Mazoon, actually moved north. And I became aware of another force up here. When we're done with this this story, we will go ahead and take a look at them. So this what this is happening here is this is somewhat of an interesting built-in plot line here in your Lakhmids relationship with the Sassanid Empire. So let's go ahead. So the Sassanid king, your overlord, has invited you to dine in the majestic summer palace he had built, or he had you build, just outside of Hira. His tongue loosened by the wine, and the Shahanshah launches into an unprovoked attack on the character of your people. I see no good in the Arabs, materially and spiritually. They have no force or power in them, and their place is with the beasts. They are deprived of the good things life offers: good food, drink, and dress. Their food is camel meat, which even the lions refuse to eat because of its bad taste. How do you abide the kingship of these worthless people? So we can defend our people and actually piss off their king, or we can agree with him, basically try to change the subject as discreetly as possible, and then give our assent. So, the thing is we need our relations to be as strong with the Sassanid Empire as possible, because if they go to war with us, they will absolutely destroy us. There is no question of that. So I'd love to defend my people, and you know what? Who knows? Maybe camel meat isn't so bad. And you know what? There's no shame in being poor. And half the reason we're poor is because we're paying this guy money. So, yeah, there's that. But I'm going to go ahead and agree with him, because we cannot risk his wrath. So I believe that story actually continues for a couple of turns. So we had a decisive... I can't talk today. Decisive defeat at the Battle of Attila. The Kingdom of Judea was born. Lost Attila, and we now have a food shortage. So now that that rebellion has been resolved, we're actually in the exact same place here, right? These are part of the same region. So essentially, the 28 that we saw there last turn took effect, went up over 100, and these guys were spawned. When that happens, you gain back 20 happiness, and now that rebellion has been resolved, well, we're back down to losing 28 per turn. Now, one thing we have to keep in mind here is that this is the faction leader. He's in this army. We're going to go ahead and move him in. So we're not... That took us down to 13. So, minus 3. So as long as he's in there, we're... as long as he's in there, we're not going to have a rebellion for at least a few more turns now. The downside is this province is now negative 13 on food, which is not good. And it's going to get worse as soon as this thing's built. So we really, really have to figure out the food situation. Now, what we could do is, let's actually take a look here. So Palestine's not really making us that much money per turn. But we are losing 105 per turn. So what we could do is actually not tax the province. So we now no longer have a food shortage here. So that's been resolved at least, and we're actually at a +1 there. The downside is we're actually now losing a lot more money. How are our taxes? Okay, so we don't want to increase taxes. That would be very bad. Just as I described, the Mazoon have moved north, and for a moment I did see another army here, and I believe they belong to this guy, Palmyra, which apparently we are at war with. Why are we at war with Palmyra? Why did we go to war with them? Oh, you know what? I think the Sassanids declared war on them a little while ago. Okay, so the question is, how are we going to... because this is not a tenable situation, right? Now, the other thing to consider, while this place doesn't have any garrison... Oh, they do. They have one person in there. That's our governor. So let's take a look here. So we have this guy. I don't think he was strategically... I remember we put him in there because he had the wealth from industrial. But then we found out that the jewels don't get us anything. There's no industrial bonus from the jewel mining, which is different than most resource buildings. So that being said, I guess I'm not overly concerned if we lose this guy. Now, this guy, I think, was another placeholder, right? Yeah, he's just providing us with some research. He's not loyal. But what we do need to address, because I stupidly accepted that thing where the guy was like a master mason or something, or like a master builder or something, and I bought his services, and then he killed our heir. So that's on me. But now we have no lineage, right? And I mean, the guy is married. His wife is terrible. But now there's a reduced chance of having children because the wife is unfaithful. And so this woman, I don't know. So what we need to do is actually divorce her. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to find a new wife. But after we divorce her, what we're going to do is actually... this guy's a general. We're going to adopt someone. So this guy's pretty loyal. He's also stupid. Do I want a stupid son? I don't know. All right. Let's see what these guys... Public order +1. Yeah, that's good. There's nothing better, though, right? Public order... No. What's over here? Research rate for military. +1 on authority. That's not bad. What does +1 on authority get us? It gets us +2 versus +1. So that's going to give us another public order, whereas this is, yeah. Let's go ahead and do the +1 on it. And I don't think this pancration gloves actually does anything. Like, I don't think that's real, but we don't have the option to replace it because apparently it's the only household we have in that. Okay. So the other thing we need to consider is, do we have anyone who can move in? Okay, so this guy can become the master of supplies. Right now, he's a castellan. And then this guy can become a castellan. So I know that they're, these guys aren't particularly important. This guy's a general. We're going to adopt him soon. But that's good. We want to fill up as much of these as possible because it's going to save us money. This gives us a -3% upkeep cost, which we desperately need. By adding another castellan, we're... well, for a governed province, we're getting +5 public order. Who is our governor for this area? Ilyafa. And he doesn't have enough influence to do anything, which sucks, but whatever. I don't know, maybe we'll adopt this guy. He's got a 10 of loyalty. And he doesn't have any traits. And he's kind of old, too. Yeah, we want to adopt someone younger. Alright, so the question is, what do we want to do? I could come over here. So this place also doesn't have any... Like, how did they have food? Oh, this place had the fish. Yeah. So we come back. We can't take this place in one turn, but we can take this place. Now, if we go ahead and take this over, we're going to have another rebellion. The question is that rebellion going to be... Because this city, they have to siege it. They can't... I mean... No, because they spawn with an onager. Ah, damn it. So I could come over and take this, and then I could hire some mercenaries. And the mercenaries could hold this, but then I'd be losing a ton of money. I'd have to turn the taxes back on. So we're in a little bit of a pickle here. I'd have to turn the taxes back on because... But I think that's the only option, really. I think we have to go take this place, so... Ayala Capitolina, which is... I think Jerusalem. Let's do it.
Let them cower before our might.
And this is a boring auto-resolve. Let's go ahead and auto-resolve that. We took it over aggressively. Because we lost 47 guys. Who cares? Because we actually have a pretty decent... Okay, so now they're definitely going to rebel. This guy's got to level up. I want the public order. Recruitment capacity, don't really care. Construction cost, replenishments. Yeah, this is going to make the army better. But if I do this one, I'd be able to get food. So let's do that one. Or, what is my food shortage? It was like 17 or something. So we're not going to get... Yeah, but I'll do that one anyways. Okay, so now we need to... We have a Vicus. That's going to be way too much money to convert, so we're just going to repair it. Actually... So it's going to be repaired slowly. It'll probably be repaired next turn, but... No, that'll give us some additional wealth. This thing, we're just going to get rid of. That. You know what? We don't have to tax the region because we're going to get rid of this thing. What the hell? How did that go up? How did that go up? Can I bring him back? No. I cannot bring him back. I don't know how that went up. Okay, so we're going to take this guy. He's going to go in here. We can't raise any troops, but we can... We're going to have a rebellion, so we need whatever we can to protect it. 255 versus 250. Wow, that's... Alright. Whatever. We are going to be bankrupt next turn. This is actually not... This was not a good idea. This was not a good idea. Okay. I'm going to have to tax the province. There's no way around it. I can't go that far bankrupt. How did I do that? It's in here. Oh my god. No. No, for the extra 200, it's not worth it. Oh my god, this was such a bad idea. Okay. Well, we're going to get the money from this building, so... But I think we automatically go bankrupt. Now, the main issue with going bankrupt is we're going to have some attrition.
Ready for battle.
I shouldn't have gotten these camels. Alright, I'm gonna keep them because...
At your service.
Okay. What do I have over here? Can I get rid of some of these? Because, like... Yeah, we're a couple turns away here, so... Wait, could this army have gone up? This army could go up here. Ah, how much...
Ready for orders.
Yes, that buys us a couple of turns, actually. What was I thinking? That was stupid. And this guy, we don't even need this guy now. We can disband him.
Ready for
Okay, so we're not going to go bankrupt at least. This place is going to be quite... We're going to have to get someone back here soon because we're going to have a rebellion here. But at least with here, what we have is we have garrisons here. So if a rebellion pops up over here, we'll just move this army over. If a rebellion pops up over here, we actually have a decent... Look at this garrison. That can handle a rebellion. At least for a couple turns. Like, they'll probably, you know, build up a little bit, come and attack. We can hold them off. The problem is if they become a full stack, we'd have to address that. So, but we can hold that off. Over here, we're still going to have a rebellion, but at least we're defended now. So, all right, I was stupid to hire all those guys, and we lost like, I don't know, 1,000 or something. We lost like 1,000 gold. So we're still going to go bankrupt. How can we?
We fight for you, my lord.
93. No, we need at least 100, so we'll get rid of these guys. Okay, so we're not going to be bankrupt next turn. And then we're going to move these guys south to take out Attila. Or should we? You know what's really stupid? Is that this is Judea, like, they become the Judeans, and their official religion, I'm pretty sure, is Judaism. Like, is there a way to tell that? Yeah, Judaism. Like, how does that work? Because look at the settlement details. Judaism is like 8%. You're telling me that, like, the 8% minority, maybe, I don't know. I mean, these guys were, like, pretty intense about their homeland. I guess that kind of makes sense. I don't know. Anyways, we'll go ahead and end the turn here. Okay, we're back on the next turn. As we knew would happen, there has been another rebellion in Palestine. As it turns out, we also did go bankrupt. Even though our expenditure said 6 something, it turned out it was 9 something. So who knows what the heck that was about. Also, we now have a rebellion imminent over in Arabia Magna. So what's going to happen is we're going to have some more of this careless talk storyline. So far from placating the Shahanshah, your agreement seems only to have fueled his mockery. Where is the pride? Sorry, folks, I have very poor eyes, actually. Where's the pride for which the Arabs are so famous? I don't know, that sounded actually European. That sounded almost nothing. I'm not even going to try. It probably would be racist if I tried to do this accent. I don't even know. But where's the pride for which the Arabs are so famous? Surely you have a word to say in the defense of your people, or rebuke concerning the dissolution in which you perceive me to possess. Perhaps now that you have tasted the ways by which my people live, you have lost your fondness for the meanness and denial of your previous existence. It has pleased me to have a people so spirited under my command, but it would please me yet more to break their spirit. What? Okay. Say now that you prefer the traditions of the Sassanids over those of your own people, and I will look upon you with great favor. So yeah, same thing as before. We are already, like, everything's going to shit, basically. Like, we absolutely cannot afford. So I'm going to say, of course, you know what's going to happen. If we say what he wants, our people are just we're going to have, like, huge rebellions. But you know what? We can deal with the rebellions. We kind of already are. I mean, we're having a hard time dealing with them, but we cannot deal. I mean, they're not going to go to war with us, but, like, we can't risk. We can't even get close to going to war with them. So, okay, so we divorced this guy. The power is still balanced. That guy secured the office. That guy secured the office. That's good. That's going to save us a little money. Okay, so we completed the religious building. I forgot exactly what it does, but it should help converting people. In fact, if possible, I'm probably going to recruit a priest just to help deal with this issue. We have some raiding going on. We destroyed the Greek Patriarchal Church, and we have this guy who's ready for duty. And then this guy gained a rank. So let's go ahead and by the way, we are going to lose some troops. We're going to have some attrition. So, oh, you know who it was? It was the governor. It was the governor. So let's pull this up here. We don't need to do that yet because we don't have industrial buildings, but we do desperately need the public order. Okay, although maybe I didn't need to do that because okay, so these guys do have an onager. Like, what I'm tempted to do is attack these guys and just take out the onager, and then, like, I don't know, they might spawn another one. The thing is I don't want them coming over here. I mean, because these guys, there's no question, they have to go back to Dumatha. Like, there's no question, because we're going to have a rebellion over here. Now, this guy, I have terrible eyes, but it looks like the red seems to extend. Like, yeah, look, he can go, so he can attack this city, and he can take it. So while ideally, I'd love to actually just let him build up some troops, I can't because... Well, what do I have here? I have this guy. So I have a Desert Chieftain. That would have to take out... I bet this is Palatina Guard. Yeah. Oh, no. He's got Comes. Have a melee cavalry. So they're probably better than my Chieftain. 33, 40, 48. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty similar. So the thing is I gotta take this guy out. Well, I'd love to let him sit there because the public order is going to keep going up. I'm gonna destroy that. So over here we're getting public order +3. We're building religious influence with Eastern Christianity. We're reducing corruption, and we can build a priest. In fact, I know they're like $1,000, but like, yeah, we need this one. Like, we desperately need to start. I mean, right now we are at 2.4%. That is the lowest. I mean, Greco-Roman paganism is going down. Oh, that's because I had highlighted them. Eastern Christianity. So just by having that building and having the priest, we're already doubling. We're more than doubling Eastern Christianity. So it's going to be a long time before that will have a good impact, but it's 100% necessary. So we're going to destroy this. This is going to get us... I don't know. Oh, you know what it was? That's why. That's why the remember, I moved the army over here and took this place, and I was like, why are we having this increased cost? It was because of this maintenance cost. So thank God we're getting rid of this thing. I mean, I'm sure God's not happy because that's his patriarchal chapel, right? But we'll build some farm here. I think God would rather have his people fed. So, for the time being, we're not going to remove the thing. We're not going to tax the province. Although, to be honest, it doesn't really matter though, because they're already well, no, because I have to take out the rebellion. There's no question. So let's do it. They're gonna run away. And if I come down here, am I going to be able to go back up? I think so. Can he still come over here? Yes. Yeah. I have to take it. There's no question. Can't afford to do anything else.
Destroy them!
Okay. And just because there's been a dearth of battles, let's just go ahead and play this thing. Okay, let's go ahead and start deployment. So, they have the uphill advantage, but we have the advantage of our cavalry can just pretty much deploy anywhere we want. So, well, they can't go here, but they can do that. Who cares? The other nice thing... So here's going to be the cool thing about this battle. I don't really care. I mean, we're just going to win the crap out of this thing. And I don't really care how many people I lose because I have the ridiculous replenishment. I don't even have to risk the king. I could just pretty much spam. And that's the great... Well, I don't know about great. Like, people hate this about this game, but like... the cavalry is pretty much like OP in this game. And to boot, these camel warriors are good against cavalry. So when we start, these guys are going to attack them. These guys are going to go into skirmish mode, take these guys out. These guys up here. These guys can take out the onager, and these guys can come in and attack those guys. Look at that. So we're at the downhill advantage, so that's the only thing that's really going to hurt us. Their onager is going to try to get off a couple shots, but Who really cares? I have the ridiculous replenishment thing in my cities. I'm going to get these guys back to Aela Capitolina, and they're going to be like... Well, actually, not this turn. They're not going to this turn, because, as you may recall, we had the issue with the... We did have that issue with the, what do you call that? The replenishment with the, not the food shortage, but the, we had that issue with, being bankrupt last turn, so... Yes, we're gonna get rear charges on these guys, okay. No, maybe not necessarily. Okay, you guys can come over and take these guys out. Actually, no, you guys can come over and take these guys out. The rest of you can take these guys out. So I know these guys are faster. Come on. Look at that.
Victory! This is your day!
And I am going to continue this. You guys take out those guys. You guys need to continue attacking those guys. The rest of you need to make sure that this general is dead. No, not you. I said take out these guys. Sorry. It's triple speed. There weren't any other units anywhere else, right? No escaping. Need to make sure these guys are dead. Yeah, take out the Sagittari. They're probably gonna escape, but... Nope. Got him. So look at that. We're gonna lose a little bit more because of that stupid going bankrupt thing. It's gonna impact us this turn. Even though we're not gonna go bankrupt this turn, that's just the way it works. Okay, so we killed that guy. The little flames are in the circles. Oh, yeah. Let's just take on warriors.
Ready for battle.
I'll move back up in there.
We fight for you, my
Look,
lord.
we're positive. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, our force has gone up in level, so we can do that. And look, now we're positive on money. Except they can still level up one more thing, so... Integrity +2 when an owner allied territory. Recruitment cost. The integrity is actually important for this. I know I put that in foreign territory, but like that actually is important for this campaign in my experience. Okay, so next turn, this is going to be gone. We're going to build a farm there. Or something. I don't know. What's the fertility in this region? Poor. We'll put like a camel farm or something there. And then what we need to do before we end the turn is figure out... We need to either find him a wife, which I don't want to do seek wife, because there's like... a risk that we'd get a crap one. But we might want to consider adopting someone. So I'm thinking someone young. Look at this guy, Jaffna. He's got a shitty trait though. Like, who cares? Who cares about agent recruit? I mean, I guess we did recruit a priest just now. He gets 1 experience, and the cost is decreased. I don't know. I'm just not like. This guy's 36. Like, I would probably pick this guy, but he's stupid. No, this isn't the stupid one. This guy's the stupid one. But they're both old. This one's almost 40. This one's 36. So we need to bring over some influence with us. So, now this guy. He's pissed at us because we got rid of his army, of course. What does this thing mean? This little thing. Oh, it means he's having loyalty problems. Well, you know what? Let's just... We might not pick an error from these guys, but let's secure his loyalty, at least, and try to nip that in the bud. And then let's see if there's any wives available.
Be welcome. You have my full attention.
No.
My ears away.
Mazum, they used to it.
My friend.
Mahran,
Greetings, my friend.
Arya,
Please accept us a more.
these guys.
Be welcome.
Parthia.
You have my full attention. My master
The Africans.
Be welcome.
Nope. These guys. Atropateni.
Be
Nope.
welcome. You have my
The Armenians.
greetings, my friend. Greetings.
Starting to think nobody's gonna have a wife for me. I might have to seek.
Be welcome, emissary. If you come in peace.
Oh, we're at war with those guys. Nobody else likes us, so. Or Vaxum.
Welcome.
Nobody else likes us. So that would be a hard sell. But the White Huns, they definitely hate us. We're at war with them.
Speak. I will listen.
How are they doing? Oh, they're terrible. Alright. Well, there's no wives out there to be had. I'm just gonna have to seek a wife for him. In the meantime, we will end the turn. Okay, so Hutun has died of natural causes. I don't know who Hutun, like, he doesn't sound like my governor. We have our attrition, we have a rebellion imminent, and we secured that guy's loyalty. Okay, so our careless talk has got us devastated national pride, which is... Oh, our troops hate us, so integrity -5 for 20 turns. Oh my god. Morale -8 when fighting the Sassanids, and public order -2. However, we have gained 120 attitude with the Sassanids, so that's good. Alright, so we got rid of that. We had some attrition and seasonal conditions. We've developed certificates and seals, which actually gets us civil level 1, which gives us public order bonus, which is nice. Now let's get this thing. We could finish up military level 1 as well. What else is happening down here? We gained a household, and Rab went up in rank. Rab is our governor. So I don't know who that guy. Who was Hutun? Oh, that was our spy. I wonder if that was our spy. I don't know. This guy went up in level, so let's get the public order bonus. Yeah. Okay. Well, no, this...
My lord,
This is our spy. I don't know who died. Who is Hutun? Like, he wasn't one of these guys. I don't know who that was. Okay, so we also have this guy. The Horns of Gurzil are now making their way down, most likely to attack Dumatha. So this single stack, what do we have in our garrison here? Like, can we just address this by? So we have 3 cav, 1 archer, 1 spear, and a general. And
At
then
your
we have-
command.
No, we don't have the general, right? Because, yeah, the governor's over in Hira. So this one we have
We fight
so
for
2
you,
spears,
my
2
lord.
ranged, 3 cav, and a general. So that's a total of 9 against his 16.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, we may be able to do something. So I think our... Oh, man. Can I get my spy up close enough? Yeah, we can. Alright, let's do it. Let's get it close.
On the move. There is honor in service.
Really?
Your orders, my
Okay.
lord.
Oh, look at that. It's all spearmen. He's got mercenary Persian mounted bowmen and mercenary Persian mounted warriors. I think he's got these hurlers, so...
My lord.
So we have 3 cav. We already have, well, plus him. So we have a cav superiority already. So we're not worried about that. If I could just hire these guys. Yeah, get another hurler unit. Why not? And why not? Okay. Okay, so as you can see, we're again in the red. And on the off chance that they... this guy can't actually do anything, can he? Oh, he can. He can hinder them. Please do that.
As your order, my lord.
So used to the spy being worthless. Success! Alright, so that bought us some
We
time
fight for
to
you, my
actually
lord.
get some more
Are you
units.
ready to serve?
Okay, so now that has actually drained our treasury, but we can still get a fields over here, which is what we wanted to do. And this guy can deploy. Now the other thing is he could come over here, but he'd have to besiege this. And if he does that, we'll just bring our main army up. Oh look, this guy went up in level. What do you want him? Investigate corruption or exploit corruption. Construction cost, misdirect army. Well, I kind of liked that actually. Maybe I'll do that. Infiltrate. Deceive. Yeah, I'll put 1 in there and then I can start building on that chain. Okay. So, so that's good. So this guy can't go very far. He could attack the city, but he'd have to siege it. And then he would just get... I mean, based on his troop composition, we would absolutely destroy him. We would just murder his army. Yeah, there's no question. Like, he has all those spearmen, but our guys can hold the line. And we, now the hurlers, the spearmen are pretty well armored. They got 53, so the hurlers might not do a ton, but I mean they're like these guys can hold the line. We could easily smash them on their flanks with our cavalry, and that would be an easy victory. We do have to consider this army here, this province. So they're pretty weak. I don't think they're going to mount an attack anytime soon. They're not particularly wealthy, so they're just sitting there. I think we can hold off a couple more turns on them. Let's just check our religion. Okay, so we are no longer in last place. Now that we've deployed that guy, we're not going to double again, but we're going to almost double again. And we will zoom ahead of Zoroastrianism. And we'll be ahead of Zoroastrianism, Latin Christianity, and maybe Judaism. It looks like it. Let's see. We'd be at 9.2. So we'll probably become... we'll be right up there. We're moving up. We'll be the fifth. We'll be the fifth most popular religion here. So that's good. And then eventually, when we have more money, we'll make another priest and we'll put him over here. Actually, if you look here, I imagine that our religious building has done a good job, and it has. So we're doing pretty good here. Plus, we're getting osmosis now. You can see we're getting osmosis from this city. So we're doing pretty well here. I mean, our religious differences are still -12, but you got to remember that's a faction trait. Religious differences seem to really not go well for the Lakhmids. Now, I think we're going to go ahead and actually end the episode here, but before I do that, I just want to see... I want to mull this over again. Is there anyone over here that I want? This guy. I just don't... It's just such a shitty... Like... such a shitty quality. Like, who cares? He's not doing anything. Like, or no, he's a statesman, so he's not... These guys are old. Rab is not too old. And he's not too loyal. So if I brought him over, I mean, research rate's probably not that great either. He's spurned and he's irresolute. So I wonder, like, just in the name of science, like, I mean, I don't like the irresolute thing, but I'm kind of curious, like, if I was to adopt this guy, would the spurned thing go away? That's a good question, and he's smart. I do want a smart kid. So, I'm going to give it a shot. He might not want to, but who cares? I'll take Rob. Why not? Give it a shot. Alright, so that's going to end the episode, and we will see you next time.